Fort Washed National Forest. Y'all, look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Y'all, they weren't joking. Be careful when you drive up these hills. There's already an accident. This is the Brighton Ski Resort. Look at all those people skiing and snowboarding. Oh my goodness. I just want to ask that I can ride the ski lift, but don't dump me off because I don't want to do it. Oh, this is way too cool. Y'all, it's so pretty. Leaving the forest. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'll kind of explain what we just drove through and how I found it. But we are now eating. We were gonna eat at a Korean barbecue place, and then we came across this buffet, and I've seen one other one in the downtown Salt Lake City area, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Buffet is 10 times better. So we are eating at Chakarama Buffet. Casually. Okay, we are back at our hotel. We're gonna be packing up here in a little bit, but we don't have a lot to pack up because we have those little suitcases. Anyway, I got some sun. You can see it. I'm excited. Yay. Anyway, so what we drove through was called Big Cottonwood Canyon. And you know what's funny is I kept seeing it as like a really cool place to like either hike or to drive through, and I was like, but the pictures that I was seeing weren't that great. Like it was just like, eh. And so because my friend Angela can't really walk around a lot, we were like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's do this scenic route and let's do it. The best decision we have made this entire trip. It was absolutely beautiful. As you saw, I mean, so many beautiful views at the very, and we kept driving and driving. And she's like, is there an end to this? Like, there's gotta be a way you turn around. I'm like, surely, like all these cars are coming from somewhere. And we came around a roundabout, and at the very, I mean, obviously we couldn't go to the very top of the mountain. But there was a ski resort, beautiful ski resort. And we saw people skiing. Now that skiing, that's a big accident waiting to happen. I have been like, not challenged by someone, but like someone, wrote a post on Instagram, like, hey, you should go out of your comfort zone. But I'm like, I feel like skiing is just big warning label, especially for Angela. That's a big warning label for her. Anyway, it was just beautiful the entire drive. I mean, we're just constantly like going off to the side, and I saw a moose. We kept seeing these signs that said, you know, be careful of them, and we're driving down the mountain, and all of a sudden I just see this moose running along the side of the mountain, and I'm like, look there. She's like, where? And I couldn't stop because there are people behind me, but I was just so excited. And you know, you can't turn around and go look because it'll probably be gone. But it was the coolest thing ever. The coolest thing ever. I'm so excited about that. But it was just, it's highly recommended. Big Canyonwood. Big Cottonwood. Anyway, I'm going to put the link right here. It's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, obviously the further you go up, the colder it gets. But one of the best decisions we made all day. It was awesome. And our dinner was good. I wish they had a little more meat choices. That was my only thing. But other than that, it was really good. Really nice service. The waitress we had was really sweet. Highly recommended. So that will be for We put the link below, in the description below. So we're getting tired. We've had a good day, and we're gonna get to do some things. Do a couple of things before we leave. Our flight doesn't leave until 1:45. I don't have to bring the rental car back until noon. So kind of do maybe 1 or 2 things before we leave. But this has been an amazing trip. Amazing. I've loved every minute of it. Every minute of it. And pretty much everything we have done has been free. Of course, there were a couple of museums. The museums that we would have gone to, most of them would have been free, but a lot of them are shut down right now. So it's been awesome. The only thing we spent money on pretty much is the Lime scooters, which I will show you how to work that tomorrow. Tomorrow on the next vlog. It's really simple and easy, and it's really the easiest thing to do to get around this city, and faster, a lot faster. You get so much more done. It's awesome. So for now, good night. Good morning. We are packing up, getting ready to leave. Doing some research last night. Stayed up till about midnight. I found some really cool things we're gonna go see before we have to be at the airport. We're gonna have to be at the airport at noon today. Take the rental car back, and then get little Miss Angela a wheelchair to go through the airport, because Salt Lake City is a massive airport, and I don't want her to walk all that. So I'm really excited for y'all to see some of the cool things I found last night. It's one of those things I'd rather show you than say it. So we're gonna finish packing up, and then we're gonna get, of course, some coffee, and then head on our way. Okay, I'm gonna give this hotel a rating. Ooh, that light. Before we leave, my friend Angela gives it an 8. Her reasoning: the lighting in this place is really weird. And second, her reason: the phone doesn't work, so we can't the phone in the room. I give it a 9, and my reasoning, because there was blood on the comforter, blood stains. Yeah, so didn't have hair, so we made it up for blood. Anyway, overall though, I do recommend this place. Those are just some things we found. Honesty. And like I said, it has a little living room, then the bedroom, and then the sink and the bathroom are separate, so that helps. And it's been honestly nice. It's been clean so far. And then the breakfast though is your normal breakfast, just bagels and muffins, all that. So we did breakfast once. Well, she did, and I got juice. So, and they have a little market downstairs. They do have a pool. It is small, and there have been a ton of people in there. There is no social distancing in the pool or hot tub. We will say that. There was a lot of people in there. And it's very close to downtown, accessible to everything. So it definitely comes highly recommended. Just the things that we found, we wanted to tell you. All right, Marriott, Springfield Marriott. We enjoyed our time. It's time to leave now. All right, y'all. This is what we came to see. Does this look familiar to anyone? It's the house from Up. Of course, somebody does live here, but they do have a no trespassing, which I don't blame them. So, but this is amazing. Okay, so some of you may ask, how did you find that? Like, that is so cool. So I was literally last night looking up different things, like what could we do today that's something small, wouldn't require money, wouldn't require a lot of time, since we have to be at the airport at noon. I looked up it just in surrounding little cities around Salt Lake. Excuse me, my allergies are really bad this morning. Anyway, I was looking up surrounding areas, and it's the town of Riverton, and it said the real Up house. I'm like, no way. And I really wanted to wake up my friend Angela and tell her, but I'm like, I'll just wait till morning. So I told her this morning, and she's like, oh, that is so cool. So we are now headed. We went by the house, as you saw. Now we're going to head to the airport. The other thing I wanted to do was like this old, old mining little town. And they've like still kept some of the buildings from when the miners were there. But it is an hour west of us. So I was like, well, that's out of the question. So we just stopped at a gas station to use the restroom since we had coffee this morning. And then I was trying to find like whenever I'm somewhere, I try to support a local coffee place, but I couldn't find one this morning that didn't have the drive-thru, and I didn't want to get out because we were in a hurry. So I ended up going to Starbucks. So, oh well. Their little egg bites are really good though. So I love those. So now we're headed back to the airport. We have to get gas before we go to the airport, and then make our way back home. All right, we boarded the plane. We're one of the first ones on because she had a wheelchair. So we have an hour layover in Denver. We'll grab some lunch real quick and head home. So everything's on time and everything's going great so far. All right, we landed in Denver and we're literally just getting back on the same plane that we got off. They just have to sanitize it and then we're off to home. We are in row 2. My friend Angela upgraded us so that way she'd have more leg room. Doing good so far. I'm enjoying this. Crazy. My goodness. So we're having a friend of Angela's come to pick us up, and we actually arrived 30 minutes early, so that's awesome. And then I'm gonna get my car and head home. And also when I get home, I'm gonna explain how to use the Lime app and the Lime scooters. Okay, it's been a week since I've been to Utah, and I know at the end of that last clip, I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell you all about the Lime scooters. And here we are a week later, and I'm finally gonna say something. I'm like the worst about that, and I apologize, and I'm gonna get better. I should have told you all about the Lime scooters like halfway through our visit in Utah, but oh well. So here is how to do the scooters and all that fun stuff. Okay, so this is obviously not where I live. This is actually in Washington State. So as you can see, there are these little green little scooters, and they're showing like how full they are. This is like their battery life. So there are bikes. So actually this is the bike, and then over here is a scooter. So we did the scooters, we didn't do the bikes. So anything obviously with 2 bigger wheels is going to be the bike. So this shows you how much like life battery it has and like where the nearest one would be. So like say I'm on Columbia Street and I'd be like, oh, look, there's one on 3rd, and you know, you can see which one has the most battery. And also, so your Lime Pass. So you can either, let me see, you can put your payment in and you can pay for every ride. So it all depends on how far you go, and that's how much it will cost. But there we go. Oh, now it put me in real time. Anyway, so the Lime Pass, which it's actually not on here anymore because it found out I'm in Arkansas. We don't have these in Arkansas. Anyway, the Lime Pass, that is the one that I would highly recommend because you're not having to worry about like your card charging every time you're on a ride. And the Lime Pass, it's just like one charge for one day. So it's $17 and you can ride it as much as you want. Now, there is a limit. So after you ride, say you're on a scooter for 30 minutes, you need to stop it and then find another scooter. So they're like 30-minute limits. So you would just, so say it's about to go to 31 minutes, stop your ride get on your phone, stop the ride, and then, wait a few minutes and then get on another scooter or bike. So there are 30-minute time limits, but like I said, just wait a few minutes and then, do the next 30 minutes. So they're 30-minute rides anytime. Like I said, $17 flat rate. That's the best way to go, because if you just keep doing ride after ride, your credit card is it's going to be a nice little bill at the end. So I definitely highly recommend the Lime Pass to use for that day. Also, what was I thinking? Okay, so how you start the whole process is you find your scooter, then you're going to hit this scan, and there's going to be a QR code. You're going to scan the QR code, and then you're going to start the ride, and it will, it will track you on how far you go and how long you do it. And then when you end the ride, get back on the app, end ride, and it'll actually have you take a picture of where the scooter is located, which I don't understand that, because when you go to look for a scooter, it doesn't show a picture. So not really understand that whole process. But anyway, you take a picture, then you end the ride. They ask you how the ride was and what did you use your ride for, like to go eat, transportation, blah, blah, blah. So I really highly recommend this to get around the city. And if you're not comfortable with a scooter, do a bike. So there's all that about the Lime scooters. I really hope you guys enjoy these vlogs of Salt Lake City. I can't wait to go back because there are a lot more things to do. My next adventures it's going to be one weekend after the other. It's going to be crazy. So just follow me along. Follow me on Instagram for like actual real life up-to-dates, and Facebook as well. Follow me on Facebook, and make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching.